Welcome back to Live Impact News here on WCNC Plus. We want to get out to some really heartbreaking news out of Concord. One person has died and 3 others were injured after an RV fire, park fire this morning. It spread to multiple homes, and that's where we find our Walker Lawson right at the scene there. You can just see the devastation behind him. So Walker, what do we know so far?
Yeah, well, as you said, we do know that one person was killed. Now, we do not know the identity of that person that was killed. We also know that there were several dogs inside of this RV that burned down as well that did not survive. And as you mentioned, a few people were injured again because of just the sheer magnitude of this fire. I'm going to step out of the way and let you see. This RV is completely charred in the center of it. Of course, the front of the RV still somewhat remains intact. The back of it also remains somewhat intact as well, but there are actually several other RVs from neighbors here that are also burned as well. And we actually spoke to some residents that were out here earlier this morning that saw the fire take place. So the fire took place late last night. It happened around a little after midnight. The first dispatch team arrived here around 12:50 in the morning, but neighbors we spoke to said they heard a loud explosion from their RV. One of them raced outside to see what was happening and said that the fire grew so fast that just from moments of seeing a fire to running inside and changing into their clothes or trying to grab their family to get out, that the entire RV was engulfed in flames. And you had ashes falling from the sky. They said that the heat from the fire was so hot that they had called 911 and then they had to run away from this scene just because of how hot it was. And also the fear. These RVs are within pretty close proximity to one another, so they're not far apart. Obviously, that's why you have 2 that were damaged, but they're close, and they also have a lot of propane tanks that are out here. So one of the ladies that we spoke to said she was very concerned that if one of those tanks caught on fire, that this was going to be worse than it already was.
I mean, that scene behind you is just so awful. We don't always get close enough that you can see the aftermath of something like this. And I know because of how big this was, it was multiple agencies who responded to this. What, if anything, are officials saying at this point about investigating the cause?
Yeah, so we've reached out to Concord Fire to request an interview to try to get some more information. We haven't received a response yet on that, so still working to get answers here. The investigation does remain open per our last update. Again, I think around 40 plus firefighters responded out to the scene last night. Residents here said that the fire was put out pretty quickly.
All right, Walker, thank you so much. I know that we're going to see you back here, I believe, at 4:30 or 4 and 5:30. And so we'll have more updates from you then. Thank you.